battling stream. I'm Holizor, and I'm here to fuck shit up, basically. At least that's going to be my plan. And I'm going to roll with my magic team for the time being, comprised of Arik Stormbringer, a Frost Giant as the tank, Medusa, an Enchanted Pixie, Crustacean King for the heal and a bit of shield, and the Mischievous Mermaid. So we'll see how it goes, and we've matched against Marcus Wall, and I know I'm going to lose this battle instantly because his assassins are going to rip apart my backline, and his Clay Golem, that's the tank, has this Void skill which minimizes the amount of damage that can be done. So that's always enjoyable. So we get to watch all the stuff ping away at each other as much as possible. I'm just going to double check that I've got the yeah, I've got the sound on so you can hear the game music at the same time. Dashboard for Vim so I can interact with anyone who might be chatting on there. And hopefully I didn't miss any chats on the Vim dashboard. If I did, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm getting absolutely destroyed. Absolutely wrecked. That enrage on that golem is so powerful. So that's what you consider a rage quit right there by clicking on that. And thanks for the donation there. I didn't catch who did the donation, but thank you. That is much appreciated. Make yourself known in chat and I'll give you a shout out. Oh, Agribuzz, thanks. So I'm going to change my team to my Selenia Green, which seems to be a fairly popular build at the moment. I don't know what people are naming this team, but it's Selenia Sky, a Flesh Golem, an Earth Elemental, a Swamp Thing, a Centaur, and a Spirit of the Forest. In my mind, it is designed to counter... Oh, damn it. I pressed the wrong button there, but I lost that battle to a team made of dragons. The battle result doesn't actually play out turn by turn like you see in the representation of the game. The result is basically determined as soon as the teams have matched. So that can sometimes remove some of the magic away, but I want to see what the team's capable against when it is a magical team that is fighting me. So I'm keen to see what will happen at this point. There's lots of snipe on my team here and lots of heal as well. At least the good thing is there's going to be no resurrect on either team, which really slows down the battle. I'm glad we got rid of that creature. Golem should take her out. Good. Just need to survive that one more onslaught. One more onslaught. Because I don't want the golem to die. Flesh golems are alive. It can die now. What does it look like? Oh yeah. Oh no, I thought it was going to die, but then I forgot about the fact that I had the void ability on its health there. So that's taken me up to 1372 ELO, that win. So where does that put me? I'm still hovering in 10th spot. So we'll look at these teams that are above me. There's a Dragon Heavy team. The exact same team that I'm running, except there's a Goblin Sorcerer in there. That's a very interesting composition. Sort of set up a roadblock at the front and hope that everything else will perish due to it. Another one of those Lightning Dragon teams. Oh, that's a very interesting team. And that person seems to be running the same team as I am. And an interesting variant. Instead of the Frost Giant, there's the Naga Warrior. And the Enchanted Pixie is in the team as well. Not sure what to make of that, but it seems to be working. They're high up the leaderboard there. So let's keep on going, but I think I'm gonna swap back to the magical team, I think. And we'll see how that goes for me. I think that might have been a good swap, even that I got matched against dragons. Yeah, I think that's a good swap, given the fact that oh shit, that's not the team I wanted. This was a different team. This is definitely not the outcome that I wanted. This is not going to end well. This isn't the team I wanted to field. But that's okay. These moments happen often in Steem Monsters. I should have double checked the team. It looked right, there was lots of blue, there was lots of snipe. But this team is going to get pummeled. Let me fix that up. Because the team is actually called Lightning Slayer. And hopefully I get matched against that same team again to see how it would actually go against the team that I'm playing. Ooh, okay. Up against Cryptomancer here. So they've got a death team on the cards. And I'll be very interested to see how my team does against their team. It's going to take a while to work my way through that Peaceful Giant. Oh, that magic attack on the other team is pretty brutal as well. This team would be very vulnerable to trample, but that Peaceful Giant up the front is basically the perfect counter to trample, because A, it takes forever to get through the Peaceful Giant, and then on the other side of the coin is... Why is my Medusa staying alive? Oh, okay. But yeah, that's a good game there. So that team was defeated. That was almost a perfect counter to the team that I fielded. Alright, so now I get to face Matt Clark, who is probably going to beat me based on this combination that he has fielded. Let's watch and see what happens. Yeah, that flesh golem is just gonna take a beating, get healed, while all my other troops sort of sit in the back, just chilling out and going, hey, what's up? Because those snipes are gonna slowly but surely erode my entire team. Although, if I can get that shot off first... Oh, that looks good. Well, now that we're through the flesh column, I like my chances a bit more. That trample mechanic, it's just going to get eaten up by the armor. There goes my healing. And again, that trample mechanic's going to get eaten up by their armor. And oh, this is good. I'll get my attack in or before they do, but is it going to be enough? Not really. It's going to be basically down to who can hit harder now. So trample's going to trigger, but good luck hitting. But good luck hitting me. So that'll be the interesting part, because the Spirit of the Forest is a ranged unit, so it can't attack when it's in melee. So this might be a case of us waiting for the fatigue mechanic to set in which case the Spirit of the Forest will win. Otherwise, we're just going to watch a Frost Giant sit there and flail its arms needlessly. Although it's getting an enormous number of attacks every round for some reason. And it's missing every single attack. This is fun to watch. Now it's round 21, and now fatigue sets in. I think this will end as a draw, perhaps. No, it's not going to end as a draw because that heal is going to outlast my flesh golem. Unless I get a lucky hit in. That's game over. The Spirit of the Forest survived. But so many misses from the Frost Giant. So many misses. That was a pretty interesting outcome, I thought. That was the sort of battle that it could have gone either way. And I don't mind that it went that way. So queuing up for another battle, and no idea what is going to be on the other side. It's Cryptomancer, and they've got the same team, I'm going to guess, which is going to be pretty much the same result. Yeah, that's going to end up with the same result, so I'm not going to bother watching that battle. That's a loss to me. So I'm going to switch back to the Selenia Green team and see if I get lucky to roll against another team. Oh, here we go. This is going to be a bit of a stalemate, I think. This one will be an interesting battle to watch. See what happens when two teams of the same composition encounter one another. Usually, the team that gets to move first gets the advantage. Usually. But in this particular case, with the heals and the hit and the miss mechanics, it could go either way. So the teams have ended with basically the same standings that they started on last turn, but I've drawn first blood, which means from that point I'm a step ahead. I'm just chatting with Matt Clark on Discord at the same time as this battle's happening, and we're just discussing whether it's the random number generator when it's a mirrored team, or whether there's actually some sort of input that us as players have on this, and well, it doesn't look like we're having much input. Although the order in which the turns play out is really fascinating. Because now the snipe is going to try and target the Spirit of the Forest, I think. Whereas the enemy snipe is going to attack the swamp thing. Oh no, the snipe targeted the centaur. Okay. Well, I can do that as well. Which is going to be the battle of the flesh golems now. And the battle of who can take out the enemy centaur first. So I've won that battle. Now it's... I've still got the damage there, but not anymore. So now it's a complete mirror. Flesh golem versus flesh golem. So this is now basically all up to the random number generator, and whether or not the Spirit of the Forests hit one another, or whether or not they continue to miss. Oh, there we go, there's a hit. So I've got more life points overall at this point. There we go, that's game right there. Swung in my favour this time. But if we were to play that match again, it could go to either team. Now this is going to take a while, but the outcome is pretty much preordained to be a victory to me at this point, because I'm whittling down that health. I have the highest speed on the Spirit of the Forest, just like that. it's all over. But that was an interesting example of how much turn order impacts the outcome of the game. Oh wait, no, I lost that one. I thought I was winning. How did that happen?
You were looking at that.
I was looking at Matt's, thinking those were my creatures. So I've commentated that so wrong. I'm so sorry. I thought your creatures were mine. I commentated that completely wrong. Okay, now I know what team to actually look at for the outcome here. I can actually commentate this one more accurately because there's different teams here. Actual different teams. So the snipe is going to start hitting. Magic is going to be rather ineffective. Basically, my team here is going to try and deconstruct the enemy team from the inside out. The only thing that's going to screw me over really majorly is if the clay golem gets resurrected. It doesn't look like the clay golem's going to get resurrected there. So the enemy's divine healer got resurrected. Now my flesh golem is down. This is not great. That armor. The armor's coming from the Defender of Truth as well. And that fact that the heal has gone up to 6 hit points means I'm going to exhaust both of my attacks to get through there, and by the time I do that, the enemy is going to be able to wear down my Swamp Thing, and that's going to leave me with no available attacks. So there's no way to counter that with my current team there. My blue team would have probably failed against that as well. So that's just the way the game works sometimes. So let's not play with that particular team right this second. Let's clear off Auric and let's build a team. Now, what I'd love to do is have a team that strikes fast. So I'm going to go with Assassins. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with Lyanna Natura. I'm going to try something very, very different. I'm going to go with the double assassin, but I'm going to put Rexy up the front, and just behind Rexy is going to be the Earth Elemental. Now that means I can't bring the Spirit of the Forest with me, so I don't have that heal spam available to me, but I can bring a Swamp Thing and an Enchanted Pixie, so Rexy is going to have 8 attack, and I'm hoping that I can get a trample going. In addition, I'm hoping that the assassins can do something pretty amazing in the first few rounds of the game, and I'm hoping also that the Enchanted Pixie doesn't die right at the start of the battle, because the Enchanted Pixie is quite weak, and I've got a feeling the Enchanted Pixie is gonna well, Trample's not gonna work because there's a Peaceful Giant on the opposite team. However, the assassination aspect here might come into play and be very advantageous. But the Pixie's dead, so ideally we want the Oh damn, we're gonna waste the Elven Assassin's move because they attacked before. But that's okay. So that team composition was not working. Look at that losing streak. This is where I sort of started the stream. I started the stream with a win, and now it's all downhill. But that is okay. So I want to try and play with this trample mechanic a little bit more, but the peaceful giant is a bit annoying when it comes to using that trample mechanic. So A, it's got a shield, and B, it has tons of health. So what I'm going to try is something that's got a whole bunch of inspire in there. So we've got Silver Shield Knight up the front, we've got our Angel of Light, we want to spam the double heal and the weakness in there as well. And that leaves us with 5 mana. I really like the Silver Shield Paladin. Now this is a risky move, what I'm about to do, because it's risky on 2 counts. First count is I'm playing with 2 melee monsters, so I've got something that's got a shield as well as magic reflect. So if they come at me with magic, my Silver Shield Paladin's gonna do an okay job at defending against that. If they come at me with splash damage, that's going to be really painful. If they get through the Silver Shield Paladin or assassinate my Angel of Light, then my whole plan falls apart. What I want to do here is have... Actually, Divine Healer's not going to do a very good job, but what I might do is put the Feral Assassin in instead of the Divine Healer, so I've got more damage going into the enemy. That's my logic here, because I want to get the Silver Shield Knight's Trample going. I want it to be epic and powerful. We'll see whether or not that happens. I don't think Trample is going to work against this team, depending on what they're playing. Lots of ranged, so the fact that I brought the assassin along is good for me. The fact that I have lots of shields is also good for me. But the fact that they have that splash damage is not so good for me. It is a very interesting team composition that I've got going here though. Now I really hope the Silver Shield... Did he even attack? No, he didn't attack because he got stunned. That's really unfortunate. Well, my Angel of Light has done her job now, so it doesn't really matter what happens from here on in. And my Feral Assassin has done their job as well, so they should be able to keep pecking away at the enemy team from the inside. I don't mind that that pixie's gone. I've won now. Provided I can hit that Jester, we should be doing okay. Because our spider's going to come in from the rear basically and do its thing. We didn't even need to use the Silver Shield Knight. Damn it, I wanted to use Trample. That upsets me immensely. So I'm going to run that team again. And we'll see how that goes. Alright, so now we've got a dragon team to fight. We'll see how this goes. I'm pretty confident against this lineup. I'm going to have plenty of armor. My trample's not going to do anything. The only problem is actually hitting the enemy now. The trample might be a problem in reverse, however. Misses. That blast is gonna get through my Silver Shield Knight before I even get a chance to take down the Frost Giant. It feels like my Silver Shield Knight isn't even attacking, because he keeps getting stunned. Because there's double stun on the enemy team. That's why. So that double stun mechanic is really, really brutal. The only way you'll be able to beat this particular composition is by using double assassins or a goblin sorcerer or something like that, or having something in the front that can really, really soak up damage and act as an actual tank. So that was a very interesting battle. I learned a lot from that. It's a shame that the stun animation isn't more obvious. So in this particular case, I can enhance my team by replacing the Silver Shield Warrior with a Defender of Truth of my own. And as an added distraction, if we get rid of the Enchanted Pixie and throw the healer in, no, let's throw double assassins in. Angel of Light forms our backline. No, we can afford to put a Cockatrice in there, which is the classic ha 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 ha, your assassins can't get through me. Unless the enemy assassins are a Saber Shark, I've seemed to notice, or a Goblin Shaman. That always works to slash through the enemy lines. So we'll see what we have happen here. Okay, so we're fighting Rondrus again, so this is perfect. My Defender of Truth being in the second slot is less than perfect, because he is going to get chipped away by the Lightning Dragon's attacks very, very quickly. And hopefully that stun doesn't process nearly constantly on the paladin there. There we go. Now he's stunned. And the stun is remaining. But if I get rid of that lightning dragon with these assassins, I should be home free. Because next up the Crustacean King is going to go down. And I've still got that resurrect in the bank for when the Silver Shield Knight dies. Now that there's no heal left, well, no heal left on a regular basis, it should be a lot smoother from here on in. Yes, you're going to trample, but you're not going to do enough damage. And the addition of the shields at that point are just the cream on the top. So what will end up happening here is the Frost Giant might end up getting assassinated. No, we finished him off this round. So that composition worked reasonably well. However, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of having the Peacebringer in the second slot there. Sorry, the Defender of Truth. Seems a bit risky, but it does protect the assassins and puts them dead in the middle. So I'm going to keep rolling with that team as that is, and see how it continues to roll. So the enemy team has a Peaceful Giant up the front, which I'm fine with. I've just got to hit that Enchanted Pixie at the back and start cutting through their defense. They, on the other hand, have got to hit the Cockatrice. Damn. Damn. Double hit. So that throws a spanner into the works. The fact that my Angel of Light has essentially wasted her resurrection on a creature that was just thrown in as a defensive sort of... We'll do it, but on the other hand, the enemy Angel of Light is wasting her resurrection on much the same. Peaceful Giant's not going to be able to do anything at all. And my Silver Shield Paladin is going to have pretty incredible staying power on account of the fact that he's got that Magical Reflect and Shield ability, so he should be able to potentially cut through most of the enemy. But Reflect is going to be very useful. I just need to actually hit that pixie. I'm certainly not doing enough damage to that Peaceful Giant at the moment to make it very easy. This is going to be a very long battle. That's okay, that Cockatrice was doing nothing anyway. Now I'm really hoping for that to hit. Good. Just not doing enough damage at this point. Once we get rid of that, healer, and then we start chewing into the assassins on the enemy team, I should start to get the upper hand. because now the heals are equal team per team, but my potential for damage is much greater. That was a very lucky miss. Good. Should have this from here. Got just enough health to see the angel through another turn. And provided both my assassins hit, the enemy team now has no ability to do any damage at all. So that is game over in my favor. It's a longer battle, but it worked out well. I'm wondering what I can do to improve my team though, given that I've got oodles of armor.
You said that cockatrice was useless?
Yeah, the cockatrice was useless, but it's the only 2 mana creature that exists in the game. So it's a decoy. That's all it does. It is a decoy. Not having it there would mean that my Angel of Light gets killed. Earlier, the other change that I could make is change the Defender of Truth for a Peacebringer, which gives them physical damage instead of magical damage. 1 more physical damage than magical damage, but then I lose the additional armor, which really helped me out there. So I'm going to keep that team unchanged and see what happens with that. That was a pretty amusing battle to watch. I enjoyed it. Mainly because I won. It seems like we'll be waiting a little while for a battle. Okay, so we're up against Cryptomancer. Bevy of enemy assassins, not much range damage on the team, so we're going to try and keep his assassins busy with our assassins and the cockatrice, and lots of really fast damage, and that Serpent of the Flame is going to be a massive problem because it has piercing and poison and retaliate, which is a very good counter to the Silver Shield Knight. Paladin, sorry. Knight's on a horse. Hopefully he doesn't retaliate. Good, good. That armor is doing well for me at the moment. And that cockatrice in the rear is also doing well for me. I just hope that the cockatrice doesn't... No, I'm okay with my Peacebringer, sorry, Defender of Truth, getting resurrected there. because they're going to continue to be able to whittle down the enemy. Yes, the sniper's going to keep targeting them, but... Oh, damn, poison is struck there. And that reflect is slowly but surely doing the trick. Now my assassins should have a field day. There we go. The single heal is very strong against this. Mainly because fire doesn't have any heals, but Cryptomancer's done really well with his team composition here. That was a pretty interesting battle, I think. So that was me hitting a 2-win streak bonus. Let's see where that's put me on the leaderboard now. I've fallen to 13th even though I've had a few wins along the way. And then I'm on a streak of 3. So it's pretty interesting how this particular team has improved from that first fight through to now. So we'll see what I come up against next. Trading ideas. So what are they bringing into the fight? Peaceful Giant, Enchanted Pixie. I would literally kill for an assassin that had piercing. So we've both wasted our resurrects on pitiful creatures at this point. And oh, my assassin missed. The fact that they've got the double heal. I reckon my assassin's due for a miss now. No, it was a good hit. So now they've lost that additional piece of damage. And from this point, it's Battle of the Assassins, and pretty sure my assassins are going to outlive the enemy assassins. Because they're deeper in the team, they're far more shielded. And now they are going to slowly but surely continue to lose reaches every turn. And my Silver Ship Paladin is actually starting to wear down that Peaceful Giant. I don't care what happens to that cockatrice now, it is a decoy in every sense of the word. Oh, Peaceful Giant's so close to death now. It should die next turn, just as the enemy Elven Assassin should die. There we go. Now my Feral Spirit gets a go at the enemy Feral Spirit. That's a good outcome there. They don't have enough damage now to do anything, so I'm going to watch that through to the conclusion of the battle. But that Angel of Light can't do a single thing to defend herself other than sit there and heal herself. So it's very unlikely that Fatigue will win out here because I've got too many shots every turn to let there be any other possible outcome. And there it is, victory. So we'll see what ranking that's going to take me to. 1351. So where does that put me on the leaderboard now? 11th, so I've jumped 2 spots. So progress seems pretty slow. I've sort of hovered between 10th and 13th this whole time, but I am on a winning streak. I'm going to make one slight modification to my team here before I go back into battle. I'll be keen to see how this goes. Hopefully I get matched with Marcus Wall, who I'm chatting with on the Steem Monsters Discord as I'm doing this stream. And I have a cat on the ground next to me wanting my attention. She normally changes her mind when I start scratching her ears. But then she just starts purring instead, so we'll see what the outcome is, both to the cat being annoyed. I might bring my hand back up and not have one. And the next matchmaking in the game. The cat's just going to collapse on my chair and give me an electrostatic shock while she does so. Hooray. What a talented creature. When they can't scratch you because they're too domesticated, or they can't bite you because they've got no teeth, they will find a way to hurt you, cats. Even if that is through an electric shock. So this matchmaking is taking forever in this particular instance. I'm okay with that. Gives me a bit of time to resurrect my Eos Knights. Been playing pretty much everything on a blockchain lately. It's really not wanting to find me a battle. Okay, I'm going to cancel the match request. Then I will go back in again and see whether or not it matches me quicker this time. That, or it could be that no one in particular is actually playing actively at the moment. I'm just going to do a quick thing on Steam Connect to remove a old delegation that's now expired. Cool. That's now done, and now we'll tab back into Steem Monsters. So it's taking ages to do this matchmaking thing at the moment. Maybe I've fought everyone, made them all quit, go home, or something like that. I'm pretty sure that I'm in ranked. We'll do another reset and see what will happen now. Finally matched up against someone. Matched up against Jaranok. They've got a lot of damage on their team. In fact, they've got a ridiculous amount of damage on their team. But I also have the magic reflect on my team. I get the feeling that flesh column is going to slowly build up its levels of rage until it just murders my entire team. But at least I don't have to beat the flesh golem twice. It's not the flesh golem, the clay golem. But the annoying thing about the Defender of Truth coming back to life is it reinstates its shield on everybody. Not just itself when it resurrects. So that's a bit cheesy because if you've worn down the tank all of a sudden has a whole bunch of armor again. But that's fine. I think I should be able to win this battle. The Peacebringer is not going to last very long up the front though. Double heal. Now my assassins aren't going to be able to cut through the back line anymore. It's basically game over for me from there. So I'm not even going to bother watching the rest of that battle. But hey, my rank is now elite, 1337. That's got to count for something. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with that heavy magic team again. But maybe drop the enchanted pixie for the No, no, no. I'm going to go with my Selenia green team. Give that one another go. See what will happen this time with this team. Okay, here's another battle. Yeah, the double heal is pretty painful. And we've got double heal on the enemy team as well. So I'm feeling pretty confident about this, other than the fact that the enemy has double assassins. Oh, I'm liking that the snipe is targeting the divine healer right off the start. So I don't care about that. I don't care about that peaceful giant up the front. It's doing nothing. It would be nicer if the flesh golem had enrage, because now that healer is going to get resurrected by the angel of light on the enemy team. Now it's a matter of, can my snipers get to the assassins before the assassins kill my spirit of the forest? And the answer is no. So now I've lost my snipe. So that's game over at this point, I reckon. Because I don't think I can out-damage the double heal. And it's going to take my centaur too many turns. Well, too many turns before he dies, and the rest of my team dies, to the double assassins. But at least we'll get to take out the peaceful giant this turn. And goodbye, Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is now the dead. And now it's going to take too many turns to take out the Angel of Light, if I can even hit her. Before the assassins lay complete waste. So it's all up to you, Mr. Flesh Golem. It's all up to you. And you're not going to have nearly enough damage. That is the end. So that's fine. Let's jump back in. And that's not the team I wanted to field. Let's delete that team. And rebuild. I'm not going to take Tyrus Palladium, actually. I'm going to go with our Silver Shield Paladin, backed up by Defender of Truth. And then we'll throw in the cheesy Assassin City. And we'll put the Defender of Truth at the rear. Put the Angel of Light slot 2, because if assassins kill him, he'll resurrect, he'll apply a shield back to himself, and he'll get the Angel of Light shield on top of that. So we'll see what will happen with this particular build. Hopefully it'll do well. That's the plan. Now the question is, will I actually get ranked up or matched up against anybody? Okay, Marcus Wall. We finally encounter one another. We've wanted this to happen for a while. So I'm keen to see how this will play out. So I'm pretty confident this is a pretty strong team I've got here. But the stun on the Stone Golem is an intimidating prospect, and my Magic Reflect is pretty much useless. And the double defense on the back line here is going to be very interesting as well. In particular, because the Spirit of the Forest is going to be very difficult to hit with attacks, and there goes my Divine Healer. That's not what I wanted to happen. But the Stone Golem is an excellent tank. Okay, that's good. Now the Elven Assassin. Is she gonna hit? No. And my Silver Shield Paladin is stunned once more. A nice double hits on the Spirit of the Forest. More stun. Just rendering my tank absolutely useless at this point. I need this hit. Damn. Well, that takes the Earth Elemental out of the equation. But I'm fast running out of health. Damn it. Come on, Elven Assassin. Damn it. So now that that stun mechanic is gone, a double snipe is still going to hurt, because that Defender of Truth was doing an excellent job at supporting my Paladin with the attacks. Now I can't hit that Spirit of the Forest for the life of me. Or the Earth Elemental, apparently. I'm glad they've run out of snipe targets, but I'm not so glad that my assassins are continuing to miss their strikes. Oh, the misses. Yeah, there wouldn't have been enough mana in his team for the Selenia Sky to be a viable option. Oh, 3 damage, 1 damage short. We can't even blame Lyanna for that one. And hey, Jaranik, I didn't see your hello until just now. That Silver Shield Paladin is a beast of a tank though. Come on, hit. God damn it. And that's all over for the Silver Shield Knight. Paladin. Paladin! How do I keep getting that wrong? Now, I need a miracle here. I need a double hit from my assassins. Damn. Now, victory is impossible. Unless this hits. Ooh. Ooh, I could be within a chance now. Because all they can do is heal. That was a lucky miss. Oh. The plot thickens on this one. Wow, 2 misses in a row from the Swamp Thing. Yeah, now it's all over. Unless the Feral Spirit can pull off something absolutely remarkable and dodge like the next 14 attacks. But no, they did not. That was actually a really, really great battle. That was very, very closely matched. Those continued misses were pretty interesting to watch. And the tipping point never came, as Marcus is saying in the chat. So I'm going to queue up again, take that team through once more. So keen to see what will happen with the next battle now. I really, 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 really enjoy the trample mechanic, but having the tank up front for the trample doesn't work all that well. Because every team that I seem to encounter has lots of armor by way of Angel of Light, Defender of Truth combination, or has too much health, or when you've got your trampler in the front, they're too squishy. And then if you put them in the second position, they sit there just whistling, waiting for something to happen. Actually, I'm going to cancel this match if the game will let me, and put together a slightly different team. I'm going to save this team, however, because I did quite like the composition that I had here. But we're going to go with Talia Firestorm, just so we've got that extra mana available. We're going to try a Giant Rock as our main tank, and it's going to be important to have the double assassins in there. Not sure if I can afford the double snipe. Can, but it leaves me very vulnerable. Actually, if I roll Serpentine Soldier as the protection for my backline, guarding against enemy assassins, they've got a shield, they've got a dodge. Then when everything hits the fan, they're ready to come in. But I feel like instead of the Elven Cutthroat, we'll throw in the Goblin Shaman. So hang on, we've got just the 2 ranged, the snipers. Yeah, and we'll change that out for Maverick Inferno. So we had our Giant Rock as our tank. Then we're gonna roll Goblin Shaman, Fire Beetle. Hey Orkin, welcome to the stream. Giant Rock, Goblin Shaman, Fire Beetle. Now I've forgotten what the rest of my team was comprised of. Did I have the Kobold Miner in there? I don't think that I did. That's right, I had the Centaur. And we're using the Serpentine Soldier, so that leaves a 2 mana cup. So yeah, it would have been the Kobold Miner. And Centaur needs to sit there. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to trigger the trample mechanic here, but I'm interested to see what's going to happen. And once this team doesn't work, because I'm certain it's not going to work, I'm going to try something different. And by different, I mean something that I've tried before that I enjoy immensely. Okay, it's on Jaranek. I don't know if you're still watching the stream. This is exactly the sort of team I was hoping I would fight. Except for the fact of the Peaceful Giant up in the front. Hopefully I remain faster. Yep, I've got the speed advantage here. However, the enemy does not have any assassins, which is disadvantageous to me because now my Serpentine Soldier sitting in the back is not really able to do anything at all. And now with my Giant Rock gone, I'm basically going to fall down like a house of cards. So that's not even worth watching the rest of that battle. That's a guaranteed loss from that point. So I'm going to go with Intar Mortalis. There's no one with a trample on the black team. So I'm going to roll with a Hydra up the front. And then we're going to have Haunted Spider, Centaur, Assassin City. Oh, that's 1 mana short. Okay then, let's get rid of the Hydra and put the Raging Impaler up the front. So actually, why am I doing this team with Intar Mortalis? Oh, I'm doing it to reduce the enemy attack by 1, but this team will work equally as well with someone like Selenia Sky, I think. But here we go, let's see what will happen with this particular team lineup. Yes, I got rid of the trample mechanic. I just want the trample mechanic to work. I keep getting matched up with like really big tanks in the front. Okay, this is not going to end well because I'm guessing there's going to be a lightning dragon on the other team. Of course there is. However, my snipes are going to work quite well, and Intar Mortalis happens to perfectly counter out Selenia Sky's bonus here. Goodbye, Haunted Spider. You didn't even get to say hello to the world. That snipe. Those misses. That stun. The lightning dragon. Okay, now I have a speed advantage. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Definitely not. Because that is going to destroy the rest of my team from there. So that one there was a failure. I still really want to make this trample mechanic work. I'm going to reload that Kiara team. And we're going to drop the Elven Cutthroat, drop the Silver Shield Paladin, bring in the Silver Shield Knight. And before the Silver Shield Knight, we'll put the Cockatrice in at the front. So we've got that trample sort of held in reserve. Just in response to the question on the chat there, it should be opening up in the middle of the month. It was the last update that we had. So here I am matched up against Jaranuk, and Trample is not going to work against his team. This team has a lot of attack. Sorry, a lot of health. However, the Cockatrice in the front might dodge a few attacks. But it can't dodge the Magi Sphinx. I quite like this enemy team. I think it's very powerful. The Magi Sphinx is very well protected at the rear. So it's going to be very difficult for the assassins to cut through. Silver Shield Knight isn't going to last. The only thing he's got going for him is he's faster. It's pretty much the last attack he gets to make. Just doesn't have enough health. That's game over for me at that point, so we'll exit that battle. I really want this trample mechanic to go off because it is so satisfying when you execute it correctly. Actually, let's throw a double stun in. Some blast, a dodge, and the staple of the Undead Priest. I don't think this team's going to do very well. But it's all about trying new things. Some of them will work, some of them won't. I don't think it'll work against this team in particular. Because, yeah, stunning the Peaceful Giant isn't going to do much. It doesn't do anything anyway. That was brutal. Now they fall like a pack of cards. Which is what they are. That's not even worth watching the rest. So that's game there. Let's bring some dragons out to play. Let's do the classic sort of best current combination, which is a pretty cheesy combination. We'll throw the pirate captain in. Will we? Won't we? No, we'll use the water elemental. And the lightning dragon could go there. Water elemental will go there. And we'll see how this goes. At least I think this is one of the more common builds. And is going to get slaughtered if he's bringing lots of magic. So yes, because the enemy has gone heavy magic in this case, my deck is getting absolutely wrecked. But I'm going to go back to that Kiara team, but get rid of those and slot in that Silver Shield Paladin. Now I'm going to get rid of that Cockatrice, that leaves me with the 3 mana. And for 3 mana I can put the Assassin back in. That's what I want to do. And we'll have the Defender of Truth at the back. And have that there. So actually no, we'll put the Angel of Light there. That way the Assassins are safe right in the middle. Okay, so we've got the Peaceful Giant. So on the surface of this fight, it's Assassins versus Assassins. They're going to soak up all the damage there. I've got more damage on my team, but I don't know what's going to happen. So my decoy, well, not really a decoy, my initial Defender of Truth has perished. The enemy's Pixie has perished, but will come back to life. So that's a good way for the resurrections to be wasted by the team. Now it's a matter of whose assassins can get through the back line first. because my Silver Shield Knight is there to stay for a very, very long time. Silver Shield Paladin. Jesus, I always get that messed up. That miss has cost me the game, I reckon. And there goes my defender. Okay, good. Good miss on the Angel of Light. The heal on that Peaceful Giant is absolutely mental. And the fact that it gets it twice in a round. Okay, now that I get rid of their healer, provided that hit, good. I gain my speed back, I gain the upper hand. My assassins should be able to shoot through their team. Hopefully that misses. It's alright. I don't have enough damage now. Ooh, I might not have enough damage now. Right, that's fine. So now I need the other assassin to target him. Now he's gonna die. My heal is spreading very thin on the enemy. Mathematically, the enemy should beat me here. Mathematically speaking. Because that heal is back to 12 every single round. There's no way the Silver Shield Paladin can do anything from that point. But that was a battle that could have gone either way, I felt. So I think I'm going to go back to the team I was playing here with Kiara, Silver Shield Paladin. Oh, that's what I was just playing actually. So that didn't work against that team. So I have to think of something new without mirroring that enemy team. Might be worthwhile going with sort of our damage dealer being the Defender of Truth, having someone with thorns in the back, which means we're going to have to drop the Elven Cutthroat, and I'll throw the Hydra in just for the lulz, because thorns in the back line added with an additional heal I feel like will be hilarious. Actually, cancel that match. Had a better idea. Oh, damn it, I'm going to fight Jaronic anyway. Unable to cancel match. I'm aware. That's fine. I'll watch this match, but I have a better idea. Replace the Feral Spirit with something else. Okay, so they've got no assassins on their team. This is not what I wanted. My Hydra is going to be useless for the entire battle, and I cannot out-heal the enemy team. Or rather, out-damage them. These have only got the one snipe. My assassin is not doing too well. Can't out-reflect them either. What would beat this team though is a big dose of poison. Yeah, I have a feeling that the Serpent of the Flame would do very, very well against this team. But I'm not winning that battle. Alright, so I was going to get rid of that Feral Spirit, and I said I was going to replace it with something better. The Enchanted Pixie. Magic can't miss. I just need to face a team that has a whatchamacallit in it. An assassin, or two assassins preferably. Nah, same matchup. So I'm not even going to bother watching that one. I'm going to save that team as a Kiara 2. And we're going to build a team to counter what we just fought. So Serpent of the Flame up front, followed by an Elemental Phoenix for the splash damage. And throw a double snipe in. The double snipe doesn't quite fit. Goblin Shaman is a must. What do I use the last 3 mana on? Because we've got Marik. That means our Serpent of the Flame is going to have 4 attack. Our Fire Beetle will have 4 attack. Our Goblin Shaman will be unaffected because they've got a magic attack. Let's toss up between the Pixie. 5 piercing damage plus poison plus retaliate sounds pretty good to me. I'll put the Elemental Phoenix all the way at the back because it's able to dodge a fair bit. It also has Magic Reflect. Oh, it could even work as a tank of its own. And have the Serpent of the Flame in the second position, but then it wouldn't be able to attack from there. So we'll keep moving this around. And we got matched against a completely different team anyway, so still the poison is gonna do us well here if we manage to survive turn 1. And can avoid getting stunned. Well, I've got the speed. Well, I had the speed. It's very unlucky that I got stunned. Man, that's so annoying. And the thorns. Okay, let's try it against a team that's not filled with lightning dragons. I think so, Jonah. But I know we've got Rondrus battling as well, and I think they're rolling exactly the same team. Yes, they are. So, pointless sticking around to see the outcome. I think this team's pretty well balanced if it's going to fight a green deck. I think it can penetrate through, but I don't think there's much else it can beat. I'm enjoying the challenge. I'm enjoying experimenting and not just playing the decks that get the wins against most other decks. Okay, we'll fight it against a white deck. Poison mechanic might help me out here. The blast mechanic, don't think I'm going to have enough. My damage is going to be too spread out and not concentrated on a single enemy unit. Miss. Damn. Game over. My Phoenix didn't even get to say hello. Well, at least the poison hit the peaceful giant. That's game over a long time ago there. Alright then. Maybe. Yeah, it should. That would be a great counter, because then fire and death have a chance against life in that particular case, and it makes them slightly stronger against blue as well. So on the topic of death, this isn't necessarily a team to try and beat that team, but let's stack poison. We've got our Void and Magic Reflect dude up the front, and really want to fight something that's got assassins in it, because I really want to have the Hydra bringing up the rear, just for the lols. I think I'll do a few more battles on the stream, and then I'll not give up for the evening, but do some other stuff. Like upload the video of the stream, because I have no shame. I'm trying all the different builds. I'm not going to be the best player in the world at this point. And it's important to remember that the balancing for this game is ongoing. Although an enemy team with trample would absolutely ravage this particular team. Hey, still waiting for a new battle to come through. taking quite some time for the battle. Well, let's hit the cancel match button again. And we'll re-queue because it makes me feel like unable to cancel. That means I've matched. It's my animation. Trading ideas again. I don't think they... Oh, they brought double assassins. Okay, excellent. I'm glad that they brought double assassins. It makes me very happy. Now I just need to retaliate to actually work. And Blast is wearing down the Angel of Light as well. Now we've gotten rid of her revive. My assassin, not my assassin, my Hydra's not going to survive. Retaliate? Damn. Retaliate? Now hit please. Good. Now trample. Trample didn't work. Okay. Fuck me, that heal on the friendly giant. The poison is working well though. I'm whittling down that friendly giant very slowly. That poison is being very consistent. But now that that weaken is gone, I no longer have the speed advantage. Excellent. Now I've just got to get through like 17,000 bits of health on almost everything else that's in this fight. Ah, the poison. Yes, very nice. But now my Banshee's gone. Now my assassin is wasting 3 of their attack. Oh, a miss. If only the spider had snipe as well as poison. That would be incredible. Because there's just not enough damage to take out that Angel of Light. Okay, now it's gonna be really annoying from here on in. I've been really unlucky to not get any poison on that Angel of Light. It's not worth watching. It's a loss. Just going to take forever. I think I'm going to do one more battle and then I'm going to conclude the stream at the end of this battle. I was really unlucky with the Hydra not processing its Retaliate or Trample at all throughout that battle either. Don't think I'm going to see any assassins on this enemy team. No, I do not. So my Hydra is going to chill out and be absolutely useless. But I retain the speed advantage. That Peaceful Giant is taking an enormous amount of damage this first turn. Oh, damn. That Reflect was phenomenal. But not so much. I thought for the briefest of moments that I had a chance with this team. And I think that's where I'm going to call the stream, because it did say one more battle, and that was one more battle. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back again at some point in the future to stream more battles. Thanks.